Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys the best method for soloing Corp. You'll probably notice two things different from a usual setup. Firstly, we're not using stuns. This is because we're using a cannon. There's no point in stunning the core at all, because the cannon would just kill it off. So you may as well use those turns for, doing extra damage and getting the kill done quicker. Dodging the core can be difficult at first, but as long as you don't have a really bad click lag, you should be able to pick it up pretty quickly. Secondly, we're using Virtus here instead of Carrils or Pernix. While Virtus does have a slightly lower magic defense compared to Carrils, the max HP boost really comes in handy, especially when you're using Bruiser's food because the amount you heal per sip is also increased. We're not using Pernix for the same reason that nobody uses Armadil, because of the negative melee bonuses. Okay, now you want to start preparing for the kill. Turn your auto-retaliate off and unequip your hammer, otherwise when you're setting the cannon up, Corp's going to hit you, you're going to lose hammer time, and that's really expensive. So, first off, you need to set your cannon up. I like to place my cannon two squares away from the wall. This is so that when you lure the Corp and step back into the room, he'll take one step back and be in perfect position for you to reload the cannon and have a nice line to run up and down for dodging the core. So once you've lured him, set your cannon up, I think it's a great idea to pot up and just unload a round of specs. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but it really saves the annoyance of having to bank and start over if when you do go in for your kill after filling your inventory with brews, after all this, it just saves a lot of annoyance, and it's just worth doing in my opinion. You don't have to. You can save money by not doing it, but yeah, I always do. So once you've done all that, it's time to hit the bank. Just reset your inventory to what you can see on the screen. All we've really done is replace the cannon with a bunch of extra brews, and we're good to go. Make sure you've refilled your spec bar if you've pre-spec'd it, and you've got an extra special potion just in case you need it. You don't really need to be taking 6 super restores. I take it just because it covers my ass if I'm going for a 2 or even a 3 kill trip. But for the most part, you can get away with taking a couple of extra brews if it's your first time, if you want to take a bit of extra food. And we're finally on to the fun part. Drop a brew, unequip your hammer, and as we did before, lure the Corp up to the door. The rest is really down to you. There's not a lot that I can say from here on in that will make the kill easier for you. Other than the obvious stuff, such as remember to keep your cannon reloaded, soul split your HP back when you can, and do your very best not to run off course. We've created a nice little line here up and down the entrance that really shouldn't be. You really shouldn't have to move off of it unless you misclick. Moving off of it is just going to cause you a ton of problems. For a start, as soon as you're out of melee range, you're going to get maged a lot, and that does heavy damage. Secondly, the last thing you want is for the Corp to move, and it's least likely to do that as long as you stay within melee range and along this little line here. If the Corp does stop moonwalking, as I call it, it'll just randomly start taking steps back or sideways or whatever it wants to do. It seems to be random. There's not a lot you can do. If it's at the very start of a kill, then you can just exit and relure him. But unfortunately, if it happens, in the middle of the kill or near the end, you've got to deal with it. And that's when things can get really difficult, because you're still going to have to be worrying about the core, you're still going to have to be dodging it, you're still going to want to try and reload your cannon if it's still near. But for the most part, that's when things really get messy, and there's not a lot that can be done to avoid it. And that's that. I mean, this kill that you're being shown right now isn't the best kill in the world. I only did one because I didn't have a ton of time. But yeah, if you guys have got any questions at all, just leave them as a comment, and as always, if you like my videos, I really appreciate when you guys thumb me up, when you leave a comment, and of course subscribe. What else? Oh, and at the end of a kill, It's always worth sticking around, especially if you intend on doing multiple kills. If you can't do a second kill, still stick around. Do another round of hammer specs, and before you go to the bank, just get that extra round of specs off so that you can spend less time banking and less time preparing for kills and more time just banking, coming back, doing a kill, and all that good stuff. And of course, remember to reset your cannon every kill. You don't want it decaying on you in the middle of a kill. I think that covers everything. If any of you have any further questions, just leave them as a comment. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.